If you've ever felt like you don't fully belong anywhere, like you're always a little out of sync with the room, this message is for you. Feeling different everywhere is often misunderstood as social awkwardness, sensitivity, or even weakness. But psychology suggests something very different. For many people, this feeling isn't a flaw at all. It's a quiet sign of uncommon inner strengths that develop when you learn to navigate the world from the edges. Here are 6 strengths that often grow in people who feel different everywhere. First, you develop deep self-awareness. Psychology shows that people who don't automatically fit into groups tend to spend more time observing themselves and others. When you can't rely on easy belonging, you reflect. You notice your thoughts, reactions, and values more clearly. While others absorb group norms without thinking, you ask, "Does this feel right to me?" Over time, this builds a strong inner compass. You may not always be loud or certain, but you usually know who you are, and that's a rare foundation for confidence. Second, you become highly empathetic. Research indicates that people who feel like outsiders often become emotionally attuned to others. Because you know what it's like to feel unseen or misunderstood, you're sensitive to subtle shifts in mood and energy. You notice who's being left out, who's uncomfortable, who needs space. This doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're perceptive. Many people who feel different everywhere are the ones who listen without judging and care without conditions. Third, you develop independent thinking. When you don't fully belong to any one group, you're less likely to adopt opinions just to fit in. Psychology shows that social distance can reduce conformity pressure. That's why you might question trends, challenge assumptions, or see flaws in ideas others accept easily. This can make you feel isolated, but it's also the source of creativity, innovation, and integrity. You think for yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Fourth, you adapt easily to change. Research suggests that people who move between social spaces without fully anchoring to one develop psychological flexibility. You learn how to read environments quickly and adjust without losing yourself. New cities, new roles, new phases of life, these don't break you as easily. While others panic when their identity is shaken, you already know how to rebuild. Feeling different everywhere teaches you how to survive transitions with quiet resilience. Fifth, you value depth over approval. Psychology shows that people who don't rely on group belonging often seek meaning rather than validation. You may not enjoy small talk, shallow praise, or surface-level connections. Instead, you look for honesty, depth, and real understanding, even if it takes longer to find. This can feel lonely at times, but it also protects you from living a life shaped by other people's expectations. You don't need to be liked by everyone to feel grounded. Sixth, you build inner strength through solitude. Research indicates that healthy solitude can strengthen emotional regulation and self-trust. When you've spent time alone, not because you wanted to, but because you had to, you learn how to sit with your thoughts. You learn how to calm yourself, motivate yourself, and keep going without external reassurance. This inner stability becomes a lifelong asset, especially in moments when support disappears. If you feel different everywhere, it doesn't mean you're broken or misplaced. It often means you're wired for awareness, depth, and independence in a world that rewards sameness. You weren't meant to blend in, you were meant to see clearly. If this resonated with you, take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Your difference is not a weakness to fix, it's a strength to understand. And if you want more calm, empowering insights about personality, emotions, and the hidden strengths behind misunderstood traits, subscribe to the channel. You're not alone in feeling different, and there's power in learning why.